The House of the Dead.
Alright, hello everyone, it's G-Star321 here again, and today, as you can see, I'm playing a game called The House of the Dead. Fuck yeah. This game is absolutely fucking awesome, my goodness. It originally came out in 1996 in Japan, in the arcades, and then a year later in 1997, it was released everywhere else. I remember playing this game at my local bowling alley. You know, I'd play a game of 10-pin bowling with my friends, and then we'd go straight over to the House of the Dead arcade machine and play 2-player. Fucking hell, it was just so much fun. Basically, if you guys don't know what this game is, it's an on-rails shooter game, and if you played it in the arcades, you had a light gun. Alright, so you'd pick up the gun and you'd fire at the screen whenever an enemy would appear. Similar to Virtua Cop 2, you know, those types of games. To be honest, I'm not really a fan of on-rail shooters, but for some reason this game, The House of the Dead, I just loved it. I mean, you know why? It's because it's a horror-themed game, and, you know, I love my horror in video games, so that's why I took a strong liking to this game. Fucking hell, it was just so much fun. I actually ended up just going to the bowling alley, not to play bowling, but just to play this fucking game because I loved it so much. I sucked at it, I got my ass handed to me. I never got far. I don't even think I got through the first stage, but I just had so much fun playing it. Now, there is also a PC version and a Sega Saturn version. So, this game is actually quite rare. The very first House of the Dead, that is. House of the Dead 2, 3 and 4, you know, you can find them on pretty much any system. But the original House of the Dead here, the very first one, this is a very, very rare game. I'm playing it on an emulator, Sega Model 2 emulator, which is basically an arcade emulator. But like I said, it's also available for the PC and the Sega Saturn. The PC version and Sega Saturn version came out in 1998, both of them, and the PC version is good. Alright, the Sega Saturn version is okay, but it's just not up there in terms of graphics with the arcade version, you know, this one. This is the ultimate version. I really want them to release this on one of the newer systems for download. This game is begging for a release, you know, the actual arcade port, proper arcade port. I actually still have this game for my Sega Saturn. It's an extremely rare game for the Saturn, and if you look on eBay, it will easily sell for over $100. It's fucking insane. The Sega Saturn version had some extra modes to it. I remember there was one called the Saturn mode, and in Saturn mode you actually choose which character you want to play as opposed to just the main character, you know, Thomas Rogan. And each character had their own advantages and disadvantages. So for example, some would have more bullets in the chamber, some would reload quicker, some would have a larger spreading gun, you know, as opposed to a smaller spread. So that was pretty cool. And the Saturn also had this boss mode where you could actually just take on the bosses, one after the other. So almost like a practice mode, which was pretty cool as well. I haven't played the PC version, so I can't really comment on that. But here I'm playing the direct arcade version on an emulator, the Sega Model 2 emulator. Like I said, this is the definitive way to play this game. The graphics are outstanding, music, sound, everything is just fucking awesome. Now the thing that really pisses me off about the Sega Saturn version is I don't own a light gun for it, so I have to play using the control pad. Trying to play an on-rails shooter with the control pad is bullshit, trust me. I hate it. I am really, really bad at it. Look, if you keep practicing and playing over and over again, you could probably get really good at it, but I'm just using a mouse to play this game on the Sega Model 2 emulator. If you do play it on a Sega Model 2 emulator, you can actually use the mouse to play this game. I cannot even begin to express how much better it is playing this game with a mouse. My goodness. The challenge feels fair. You don't feel handicapped, using a controller. You can pull off shots with ease. You can reload with ease. To shoot, you press the left mouse button, and to reload, you press the right mouse button. It doesn't get any easier than that. Now, before I get started, I'll just talk about a few more things. Firstly, the story. Yes, there is actually a story to this game, believe it or not, and it goes something like this. You play as a guy called Agent Thomas Rogan, and you receive a phone call from your fiancée, Sophie Richards, saying, please help, everyone's getting killed. And it's actually happening in this cutscene right here. Now, Sophie, your fiancée, works for the DBR Corporation, DNA Bioreactor Corporation. The research for the DBR Corporation takes place in a mansion owned by a guy called Dr. Roy Curien. The research they conduct there involves artificial intelligence and sustaining life forms, all that sort of stuff. That's actually Dr. Roy Curien right there. He's the bad guy of this game. Now, Dr. Roy Curien has gone fucking mad. He's lost the plot. He's basically reanimated the dead, and he's let them loose inside his mansion, and they are killing all the scientists, all the employees. And Sophie Richards is amongst one of those employees. So you rush out here to investigate what's going on and to rescue her, and you bring along your partner, Agent G, to assist you. So that's it. That's the basic premise of the story. You and your partner, Agent G, from that point on, go on this non-stop zombie killing spree. Fucking awesome. So, obviously your ultimate goal is to rescue your fiancée, Sophie Richards. But, along the way, you have to try and save as many DBR employees as you possibly can. By doing so, you will gain extra points, which will increase your overall score. There is a scoring system, and I will go into it once we start the game. But just take note that I will be getting the best ending for this playthrough, which involves getting a minimum of 62,000 points. There are actually 3 endings in total for this game. The first ending, which is the normal ending, called Leaving the House, is the ending that pretty much everyone is going to get when they start playing this game for the first time. There's nothing special required to get that ending. You will pretty much get it by default unless you meet the conditions required to get one of the other 2 endings. The second ending is called Sophie is a Corpse. This will happen if the number of continues it takes to complete the game ends in a 0. For example, 0 continues, 10 continues, 20 continues, 30 continues, and so on. It has nothing to do with your score, that ending. Now the third and final ending, which is actually the best ending, and it's the ending that I'll be getting, is called Sophie is Alive. And like I said, you need to get 62,000 points minimum in order to get that ending. So once we get started, I'll talk about everything that's required in order to get as many points as possible. So let's go ahead and start this game up, the House of the Dead arcade version. I'll also mention that there are 4 levels in total. Let's do it! So here we go, this is the first chapter or first level called Tragedy. Oh no! Love that intro. So there you are, Agent Thomas Rogan. You arrive on the scene and straight away there's a zombie. Bang! Fucking shoot that motherfucker in the head. Hell yeah!
Others are still inside. Save them.
Alright, so we need to save the other DVR employees. This is going to be quite tight shooting those two. Yes, I got it. That's actually very difficult to do. Now, the goal is to try and get as many headshots as you possibly can. You will get more points for scoring headshots on enemies as opposed to just body shots.
Rogan, it's you!
Nobody leaves here alive.
Sophie!
And there you go, that flying gargoyle creature has just taken away your fiancé, Sophie Richards. Oh, that's fucking bullshit. Come on. How did that hit me? I've played through this multiple times, so I know what I'm doing and what to expect. Always kill that zombie there, carrying that scientist. He'll give you an extra life. As you can see in the bottom left corner of the screen, it's got 1 player, and then it's got 3 life torches. They are your lives. Each time you get hit, one of those life torches will disappear, and once I take 3 hits, that's it, I'm dead, and I'll have to continue. Above that, you can't see it now because we're in a little cutscene, but just wait a second. Yeah, above the life torches you can see my ammo clip. So you've got 6 bullets in the chamber. Once you deplete all of those bullets from your chamber, then you will have to reload. You have unlimited ammunition, so you can just go fucking crazy shooting everything non-stop. Do not worry about ammo conservation. Now, you want to try and rescue as many scientists as you possibly can, because by doing so, not only will some of them actually give you an extra life, but if you actually manage to rescue all the scientists from stage 1, 2 and 3, when you get to stage 4, you will gain access to a bonus room which contains quite a few extra lives, and more importantly,
Thank you.
contains some items which you can shoot, which will increase your score dramatically. Golden coins and golden frogs. If you manage to shoot either a golden coin or a golden frog, that will increase your score by quite a lot. There you go, I just shot one then. I believe that was just a coin, not a frog. So for each coin you shoot, you will get 200 points. For each golden frog you shoot, you will get 1,000 points. It is imperative to shoot as many golden coins and golden frogs as you can if you plan on going for the best ending of the game, which is what I'll be getting here, you know, the Sophie is alive ending. There's actually going to be a golden frog here in one of the vases on the left. I'll shoot it, there you go, see it? It's a golden frog that just hops about. Go ahead and shoot it, and there you go, 1,000 points. A couple of zombies here trying to kill that scientist.
Thank you.
Take care of them, and there you go, she just gave me an extra life. These guys are throwing barrels, shoot the barrels first, they are the priority. Now you'll probably notice here that I'm constantly going for headshots. If you want to get the most points, go for headshots. Each time you shoot an enemy in the head, you will get 120 points. So for example, if an enemy takes 2 shots to the head, you know, you'll get 240 points right there. If you get a body shot kill, you will only get 80 points, regardless of how many shots to the body they take to go down. And here's the stage 1 boss, the chariot. Each stage has a boss at the end of it. This guy's extremely easy, and you probably just noticed there it brought up that little document and it shows you the boss's weak point. Make sure you take note of that. I've just fucking destroyed this guy here without really explaining what to do because it's so easy. But basically all you do is shoot him in the heart. It's exposed, it's this red dot on his chest. And
Sophie.
after that happens, he'll turn into sort of almost like a zombie. And you just shoot his skin off.
Or else something terrible will happen.
Sophie!
So Sophie is dead. Or is she? And there you go, that is the end of stage 1. I got a score of 15,820. And I got an extra 2 life bonus for rescuing 7 scientists. If you manage to rescue 6 or more scientists in a stage, you will get an extra 2 life bonus. If you rescue between 3 and 5 in a stage, you will get an extra 1 life bonus. And if you rescue less than that, 0, 1 or 2 scientists, you won't get any extra lives at the end of the stage, which is fucking bullshit. But that just means you're playing like shit, so I guess it's understandable. A couple of bats here, we'll shoot them. There's going to be a coin there. I'll try and get it. Fuck, I missed it. That is just fucked. I don't know how I got hit there. These guys with the chainsaws always freak me out, man. They just get really, really close to you, and when you try and shoot them in the head, because they're always holding up the chainsaw above them, it tends to shoot the chainsaw instead of their head, but when they get close enough, you will shoot them, trust me. It's just very scary when they get really close to you like that. These things here are a pain in the ass to take care of. They are very fast and they take a ridiculous amount of shots to go down. They act in the same manner as the monkey type of enemies. Fucking hell, chainsaw guy there. See that guy with the barrel who just rushed me? Alright, I need to mention this. When you shoot the barrels out of those big dudes' hands, basically what they will do is they will rush towards you, and if they get close enough they will hit you. I find it very, very hard to shoot them in the head when they're rushing me because they tend to sway left and right, so I'm not really good at shooting them in the head when they're rushing me like that. So what I like to try and do is immediately shoot the barrel out of their hands, and then before they even get a chance to rush me, then I just try and do a headshot really, really quickly. There's another one of those annoying enemies that take a fucking million hits. I got lucky there, I shot its head off. Always good when you pull off a headshot. Oh shit, see the big guy there? He almost got me, he tried rushing me. He wasn't carrying a barrel. If they don't, they just rush you. It's fucked. Now that's actually interesting, I haven't mentioned this yet, but you just saw then, he jumped down. At that moment, I could have shot the switch and raised the bridge up, and we would have gone via a different path. This game is not linear. You can actually choose where you want to go in certain instances. So just before there, I could have shot the switch and raised the bridge up, and that would have allowed me to go across via a different path, but oh shit, I missed the frog there. There was actually a frog in that far right barrel. Very disappointed I missed that. Yeah, so I didn't shoot the switch and raise the bridge, I just did nothing, and by doing nothing, he jumped down. I'd strongly recommend that you just stick with one path throughout the whole game, Go the same way over and over and over again until you become really familiar with it and very good at it, and then you can go ahead and start taking different paths. And here is the stage 2 boss, Hanged Man. There's his weak point, basically in his body. What you're going to want to do here is just unload non-stop into his torso area. Be careful because he will occasionally shoot out these bats towards you, and you'll have to take care of them or they will hit you. But if you're quick enough, you can just fucking deplete half his health, and once you deplete half of his health, this will happen. He'll start charging towards you from time to time. Make sure you just keep on him, constantly shoot him. You want to try and shoot him before he does the charge attack to you. I'm not sure how many shots it takes, but after about say 6 or 7 shots he will stagger back, and then he'll repeat the process over and over again. So now we're hanging off the ledge and shooting, which is pretty cool, and this is very easy here. Just fucking unload into him non-stop. He will drop. Try and kill him before he charges towards you, because I find that if he gets close enough he does tend to hit me. Like there, I got very lucky and I just killed him, which is good. So that is the stage 2 boss dead. Another pretty easy boss to take care of. And we'll climb back up, and there you are.
We won't let you have it your way, Curien.
We won't let you have it your way, Curien. I love the terrible voice acting in this game. And there you go, I rescued 5 scientists in that stage, and I got an extra 1 life. So here we are in stage 3. I love this stage, it's fucking awesome. You go through these underground lab areas, you encounter some new enemies. These guys swinging the big fucking chains with balls on the end of them. They take quite a lot of shots to go down as well. Strong fuckers they are. And we've got these little creatures here. They pretty much act in the same manner as the monkeys from the previous stages, and those short guys with top hats. All the enemies are pretty much identical. They just have different visuals about them, you know what I mean? But for the most part they act in the same manner. They have the same sort of patterns about them. Now here there's going to be a fuckload of zombies. Make sure you take out the one that rushes you first, and then go ahead and take out the rest. See, the thing is, the guys that are carrying the barrels, the big dudes, if you hold off from shooting the barrels, they won't do anything. You know, it takes them quite a while before they go ahead and actually throw it towards you. So you've got a bit of time. In that instance back there, I just shot all the zombies surrounding him, and then I went and shot the barrel out, and then took care of him, see? It's a good strategy to use, because if I was to shoot the barrel out first, before taking care of any of the other zombies, he would have rushed towards me almost immediately, you know what I mean? And I would have had to contend with him as opposed to the other zombies surrounding him. You become familiar with the enemy's patterns as you play through the game. You'll become a master of this, and then it's just a matter of trying to increase your score on subsequent playthroughs, you know, try and get a better score than you did on your previous attempt. There's going to be a coin there. Yep, I got it. That was very lucky. Now, you just saw me shoot the left switch there. That is basically going to take me down this elevator. If I was to shoot the switch on the right, that would have taken me up in the elevator on the right. So that was a choice there. That was a different path I could have taken. You'll become familiar with the different paths the more and more you play through the game. Now, I haven't actually mentioned this yet, but in terms of getting a higher score, each scientist you rescue, so here for example, will give you 400 points. And she just gave me an extra 1-up, which is awesome. If you let a scientist be killed by a monster, by a zombie, you lose 100 points. And if you actually shoot a scientist yourself, you lose 200 points. As well as a life, which is fucking bullshit. So be very careful if there are scientists around. Choose your shots carefully. Oh, that's fucked. I just got hit there by the big dude. Now, there is a jumping golden frog in that crate I just shot. I'll try and shoot it now. Get out. There we go. Fuck yeah, got it. And there's another coin here. Yes, awesome. Reload. That's very annoying, actually, but because I've played through this game so many times, you know, I try to count off 6 shots exactly, and then I hit reload, the right mouse button, so I don't have to keep hearing that reload bullshit. Fuck, there were 2 big dudes there with barrels above their heads. Fucking assholes, I took care of them. Now, this is actually quite a tough scientist to save. Well, actually, not really, but see, you think by shooting the enemy there, that zombie, that the bullet will go through him and actually kill the scientist. It doesn't, you know, so just go ahead and shoot that zombie in the back a couple of times, and you will save that scientist there, which is awesome. And I think he just gave me an extra life as well. Oh, fuck these enemies. Look at how many there are. I hate these ones that are just very, very fast, you know. I like to think of those ones as the blue monkeys, so to speak. Now there's going to be a new enemy type here. Look at this guy. Fuck, he carries this giant... It's almost like TNT, I'm not sure. It looks like a big Molotov cocktail, but... See, I've never actually been hit by it, so I'm not too sure what it does. But you can think of those guys as almost like the chainsaw guys from the previous stages. And what I mean by that is they act in the same fashion. See those guys there? So they'll walk around carrying the TNT or the giant Molotov cocktails over their head. And when you try and shoot them in the head, you know, their arms get in the way. So you have to shoot them quite a few times to take care of them. They're very tough. More of these very fast enemies, almost like the cyborg monkeys, if you will. And here's the blue monkeys. Fucking hell, I hate them. They just take so many shots. Look at this. Sometimes they'll shoot these projectiles at you, so you've got to quickly shoot the projectiles before they reach you, otherwise you're fucked. A few more zombies here. Those ones are actually very hideous to look at. I hate them. 3 tough ones here. Fuck. Good. Took care of them. And now we face the stage 3 boss. I'll also mention at this point that I've actually changed the blood colour to red. By default it's green. You can actually change it to a few different colours in the settings menu. You can change it to blue, purple, or green I believe, and red of course, which is what I've got here. I just like red because it looks the most natural. So there's the boss, this giant spider called Hermit. Very fucking hideous. Look at it. It's extremely easy. All you do is shoot it in the head. That's its weak point. Oh, what the fuck? That is bullshit. That shouldn't have happened. That's fucked. So once you shoot him about 6 or 7 times, he'll go away and you'll chase him up the tunnel. And there he is. You keep shooting him in the head non-stop. Occasionally he'll turn around and shoot out these spider webs from his ass, so you've got to be careful of that. Make sure you shoot the webs. It's extremely easy though. All you're doing is aiming pretty much in the middle of the screen and just shooting. That's it. Very, very easy boss to take care of. Now for the final part of this boss fight, he does sort of rush you and he keeps blocking his face here. Fucking, I knew it. Of course, he always fucking hits me. That's ridiculous. And there you go, I took care of him. Now, I didn't do it there, but when he's in the animation of actually dying...
I'll get you, Curien.
I'll get you, Curien. I love the voice acting. Yeah, when that boss is in the animation of dying, that giant spider, Hermit, you can actually keep shooting it in the head. I've read this online, but I haven't tested it out myself. If you keep shooting it in the head while it's in the animation of dying, that will still count as, you know, actually scoring points for shooting an enemy in the head. So you'll keep getting 120 points, 120 points, 120 points if you keep shooting it over and over again in the head, which is really cool. But I haven't tested it myself, so I can't really confirm if it works or not. Now here you're probably noticing we're fighting the stage 1 boss again. This is the last stage of the game, stage 4, and for some reason you fight the first and second boss. You know, first and second stage boss again in stage 4 here. I don't know why, but it's sort of weird. It doesn't matter, they're very easy to take care of anyway. I haven't mentioned this yet, but you actually get points for killing the bosses as well. So when you kill the stage 1 boss, stage 1 boss, stage 2 boss, and stage 3 boss, you'll get 1500 points. When you take care of the stage 4 boss, you'll get 2500 points. Now, because I'm taking care of the stage 1 boss and stage 2 boss here again in stage 4, I think it's safe to assume that's another 3000 points right there. You know what I mean? Because 1500 points each for killing them totals 3000, so that's really cool. And there you go, I just took care of that Hanged Man Stage 2 boss again. He's actually much easier to take care of there. Now, look at this. This is the bonus room. Look at all these golden hopping frogs and extra lives. Look at this. Fuck yeah. Like I said earlier on, if you rescue all the scientists from all the previous stages, stages 1, 2 and 3, then when you get to stage 4 here, you will get to that bonus room there. If you do not rescue all the scientists, I believe there's 15 in total, and it varies how many there are on each stage depending on the path you take for those stages. But yeah, if you don't save all the scientists, then you will not be able to get access to that bonus room. Which is a bit of a disappointment, because if you're low on points, you know, just shooting those 3 hopping frogs there, however many there were, I'm not too sure, that'll just increase your score a hell of a lot, you know, give it a bit of a boost. And here we go. There is Dr. Curien, and this is the last boss of the game.
I must admit, I really respect your consistency. But you will never, ever defeat me. Say hello to my masterpiece. Who are you? Nobody gives me instructions. I shall destroy everything. What happened? Why don't you follow my instructions?
So here we go, this is the final boss of the game, the Magician. He is the hardest boss to take care of, and for good reason after all. He is the final boss. He's still extremely easy to take care of once you know what you're doing. See, the thing is, the game doesn't tell you his weak points, but I'll tell you what they are now. It's his thigh, and just above his thigh, his arm. Basically, the exposed sections of his body, which are not armoured, alright? That is what you need to shoot. Now, he does have a bit of a pattern, and it's quite hard to explain, unless you play it yourself. But what he'll do is, what he's doing now is just charging me. When he charges at you like that, you just shoot his thigh to stop him dead in his tracks. Once he's done that enough times, then he will sort of spin around. He's doing it again here, so it's really hard for me to explain. But when he stops doing this, he will sort of... Fuck off, I got hit there, that's bullshit. Yeah, he sort of stops and he throws out these fireballs to you. Don't go ahead and shoot the fireballs as he's in the animation of preparing them, so to speak. Go ahead and keep shooting his thigh, and then when the fireballs are sort of coming towards you, then shoot them. He's almost dead anyway, this is really easy. This is like his final attack here, just make sure you shoot the fireballs before they come down and hit you, and then go ahead and shoot his thigh, and that is it. It's very, very easy, guys, trust me. Once you play it a couple of times, you'll work out the pattern. Unbelievably easy. And there you go. We'll watch the ending.
Everything is over. I have nothing more to lose. However, I must go on. Goodbye, Curien. Farewell, Sophie.
Goodbye, Curien. Farewell, Sophie. So there you go, that is the end of the game. And if you're not familiar with the endings of this game, that actually looks like the normal ending, you know, the leaving the house ending. And it's not until you wait until these credits completely roll, then you will see if you got one of the other two endings, you know, either ending 2 or 3. The Sophie is a corpse ending, or the Sophie is alive ending, which is the best ending to get. And that's the ending I get because I did really well, you know, for this playthrough. I shot a lot of the golden frogs, which, like I mentioned before, give you 1,000 points each. And I saved every scientist. I got as many headshots as I possibly could. So there's no doubt in my mind that I've got the best ending. We'll just have to wait until the credits finish, and then we will see for sure. So that is it, guys. That is The House of the Dead, the arcade version. Fucking great game, you know. It's got such high replay value. You can go through it again, do the different paths, try and get a higher score than you did the last time you played it. It is just so much damn fun to play, guys. I highly recommend that you check it out. And here we go. Yep.
Thank you.
Thank you. And that is it. That is the best ending. Sophie's alive. And there's my score, 65,383 points. I'll put in my initials and that will do it. Thanks for watching, guys. I'm out.